Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net here, Sunday, June 2nd, 11:09 p.m. All right, so we've been working on this mean reverting pair trading strategy. Now, I'm just bringing you all up to date. Highly recommended by somebody I highly regard in this space. So I thought this would be very, very useful for you. Suggested to use in and about, I got hourly data here on a particular pair, British pound against the US dollar, using motive wave right here. And what we're doing is we're just looking at hourly data, 1 minute data, 5 minute data, whatever, right? Cool. So now, just so you understand, right over here, we are using IQ Feed as a data source for this platform. Now I'm on a Mac. You can, up until a point, you can only do this with Windows, and your only options for the programming SDK side for IQ Feed was really C# or Java. I think that was it. There might be other options as well, but I just want to show you this. So back to the strategy, it was recommended to get about 10,000 data points. Now, I'm with Oanda. The Oanda, when you do a download through the API, gives you a maximum of 1,000 data points. So again, this is hourly data. Here, let me show you something that you cannot get anywhere else. You can do a chart, do an export data. In here, you'll see the options. So I'm doing hourly data. I could also do tick data, 100,000, or this case I'm trying a million. I'm not going to get a million, but I'm going to save it here. So that's the options you have using motive wave with IQ Feed as your data source. So in here, I'm now using LibreOffice to load in the CSV. Look how many data points I have. Now again, this is using IQ Feed. You can get, if you're only using forex, you can pay as low as $40 a month for it. As well, with motive wave, if you want to go on Mac, I'm hoping to see motive wave go on Linux. That would be my dream come true. I'm going to also tell you I do not like Mac, Apple, anything. But here we have over 87,216 data points. Now, as I said, if you're building out your strategy, and if you're just only using Oanda as your data source and as your broker, you're only going to have 1,000. So going back to the strategy, why do we need 10,000? Reason being is when you do co-integration, which I've shown before, you want to get about 10,000 points. Here we're very close to 90,000. The idea when you do these co-integration tests between pairs, like a long and a short, what will happen is your co-integration metric is either present of what the co-integration is or the past. What we need to do on a co-integration is to ensure that our co-integration p-value moving forward into the future is going to be valid. So when we do trading, based upon future analytical purposes on market direction, that, as you know, I've talked about bid and ask. Bid and ask is important, but that's another story. We're using bar data, open, high, low, close, with volume. We need to get access to data with 10,000 data points. Unfortunately, actually I should do as a test, but here we're doing almost about 87,000 data points with the volume on bar data. Now, to get access to that is very expensive. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to do the same option, but this time I'm going to do tick data. Okay, yeah, export. So you can import data, tick data, or import data. This is live data. It's another really strong reason why you should use, as a data source, use IQ Feed, because it's really cheap to get this data. So now our bar size is going to be tick data. So now we're going to get bid and ask. How many data points? I don't know, but let's see what we can get on the tick data. Because what we need is bid and ask and the volume for the bid and ask. And I can confirm that I've gotten that in the past, but I want to see if I can get it on Mac. Forex data, bid, ask price, historical, plus the bid and ask volume for those ticks. So let's check it out. Let's see what we get. So it's that fast. So we should be able to see the new data. So we can easily do that. Okay, so here's our tick data right here. Okay, that's what we just generated. Doesn't look as big as this. So let's see what we can get here on this particular data. So I'll go into into LibreOffice and import it. So I think we need to go into our default user space here. This is it. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what we can import. So you can see here, these are the let's see if what I can remember here. Okay, so this is tick data. Let me think here. We got got the date. Not sure. Is this time as well? So we're going back to June. Oh, it looks like we can only go back as far. So it's bid ask. I don't know which this one is. Let me just see how many data points we have. But it's only up to today's data. So we only have 21,000 ticks, which is not bad, but I don't think we can get this level of data. Let me try again. I'm pretty sure that's all I can get. So we're going to do an export, all that. So we are trying to get tick data. And then, yeah, it's about 1 million data points, as much as I can get. So, export chart data included, I guess that's the values. Unfortunately, I can't. Minute data, it's just bar data. So that's as far as I can go with the data regarding data points I can get, but it's only bar data, and it's the open, high, low, close with the volume, but there's no segregation between the bid and ask or the buy volume versus sell or long and sell. Sorry, long and short volume. That's a totally different ball game, because now you're getting into level X more than level 1 or 2 data. So that's a big specialty. But I just want to show you what you can get, how far back you can get using IQ Feed with MotiveWave. In my case, you can get as low as $40. You can use this for historical data testing. But beyond this is probably as best as I can get, far back as I can get using the data source is FXCM. There is another option with FXCM called 10-4, but it's just going to give you 40 different data sources. But that's as good as I'm going to get from a cheap-ass perspective, unless I'm going to spend thousands of dollars. So that's the best I can do with IQ Feed and something like MotiveWave to extract it and download it. Hopefully, that'll help you out just to give you a perspective on some options if you are looking for historical data generated through like a really good platform like MotiveWave. Other than that, hopefully we'll talk to you later. Have a good day.